Welcome back and good morning. April is National Garden Month. The Pennsylvania Horticultural Society tree tenders groups will be planting nearly 2,000 street trees across Philadelphia right before Earth Day this April. And container gardening is a great way for folks with a little gardening experience to get started. Joining us this morning to explain all of this is Seth Purcell. So good to see you. So are you telling me, Seth, I don't need to have a green thumb?
That's exactly what I'm telling you. You don't need a green thumb. You don't need a lot of space. You could have a little bit. You could do one. You could do many. Containers are the way to get in. That's the way to go.
I like to hear. First of all, it's absolutely beautiful. You're at what's called a pop-up garden?
Yes, I am at the Manayunk Pop-Up Garden. We are now open 7 days a week right here in Manayunk. Opens at 5 during the weekdays, noon on the weekends, and this place is amazing. You have to come down.
So are we going to be seeing more of those pop-ups throughout the spring and summer?
We've got South Street that's open. We've got Manayunk. We've got a little spot over in Drexel. So there's plenty of ways to stop by. Remember, when you come, you're helping PHS's mission. You're getting a lovely cocktail. You're sitting in a beautiful garden setting. What could be better?
And you're making us smile. All right, so explain, what exactly is a container garden?
A container garden is everything that we're looking at here. We have a variety to choose from. Basically, anything that's holding soil, you can turn into a container garden. And what we've got here is a bunch of different examples from large to small. And you can sort of see exactly how you can do it. Some of them are a little more naturalistic. I like them because they're temporary and they're dramatic. So we actually have small trees worked into this naturalistic one. This great orange and white, you've got airy forms, you've got things that are going to grow, very spring forward, spring friendly. Over here, one of my other ways is they don't all have to be colorful explosions. This is a super cool monocolor, right? So if you've got one color that you love, and I love purple, you've got structure, you've got things that are going to grow, you've got something that's going to spill over. So even if you just like one color, there's a way to do it.
And you can really control the size of it as well. So how do you start? You can get a metal container, a clay pot. Do you start with gravel or sand at the bottom?
Yeah, you do. You start with gravel and the sand at the bottom. So this little single one here is great for this demonstration. You know, this bottom 2 inches in this particular container, we're going to have gravel at the bottom or rocks, stones, pieces of other pots that are broken. You fill it up with soil, and then, you know, in this instance, you know, literally half the time you've got one pot, it's perfectly sized. You kind of thumb it down here a little bit, make sure you've got the soil down so the water retains. And in this instance, you've got a single sweet little container. And the principle is the same for the rest of the containers. And you can see here, it's literally, when we pop them out, you know, we've tousled the roots a little bit. Everything's kind of nice and tucked in here. You've got your soil, just compensating for what that size in. We're tucking them in, getting your hands dirty, tucking them in a little bit here, brush it off. Now, if you imagine doing that for all of them, start from the back to the front, your taller pieces down to your smaller pieces, you've got a container garden.
So for those who don't have a great survival rate when it comes to plants, if you will, help us get started. We often hear annuals, perennials. What should we be choosing when it comes to plants and when it comes to flowers?
So I think it depends on the time of year. So right now we've got a lot of really robust stuff. And if you go to the garden center, you're going to find pansies like these here. You're going to find heuchera like this here. All very, very tough. Perennials do very, very well. They're long lasting. Typically, they don't need a ton of water for a lot of the stuff. So I would get something like this, 2 to 3 perennials in the back and in the center. And in the front, I would do pansies, I would do bacopa, I would do nemesia. I know these are all sort of plant speak, but this is everything that if you went to the garden center right now, you would find this, you would see this. The other thing that I like about containers is they tend to be very, very forgiving, right? So if you see it flagging and you need to water it right away, it'll pop back up right away. So it really is the best way to get started with gardening, I think.
We need plants that are forgiving. I tell you, something to do with the family this weekend. Seth,
I know.
Good to see you. I appreciate it. And keep the flowering going at the pop-up shops. We love it.
Thank you. Good to talk with you guys.
Like